Welcome to the Woodbridge Community Center for this Woodbridge Channel's presentation. It's a special one today, as today features the 8th Annual Emergency Services Cup between the Woodbridge Fire and EMS Hockey Club and the Woodbridge PBA SOA number 38 Hockey Club. I'm Andrew Shapiro. I'm joined alongside a veteran of the game, Mr. Guy Oliveri, formerly of the Woodbridge PBA. Guy, welcome to the broadcast booth.
Thanks so much, Andrew. I really appreciate you having me. Well,
Guy, you're the one who's played in this game. I've merely only been a spectator and 1 year serving as a PA announcer, but you're the one who's actually lived it. What is the energy like on both these benches?
The energy has grown with the popularity of the game, the dynamic of the game, the players getting better and better every year. Being that you're seeing the same players every year, it becomes a rivalry. So the energy is high. You have a lot of family and friends here. The crowds are getting bigger. It's probably some of the biggest crowds that a lot of these guys will be playing, in front of. So it's great.
Well, that with the exception of a couple of special guest players and referees here in this game tonight. Special guest for the Woodbridge Fire and EMS team, Mr. Bruce Driver. He'll be wearing number 23. Looks like he's going to be starting on defense tonight. Driver, a veteran of 922 NHL games, 486 points, 96 goals, and 390 assists. He's definitely going to be looking to pass the puck tonight. And a Stanley Cup winner, 1995, with the New Jersey Devils. On the flip side, the Woodbridge PBA will have their special guest of their own, wearing number 32, Matteau, Stefan Matteau. And we'll get to his stats in just a minute as Kerry Frazier, yes, that Kerry Frazier, has dropped the puck, and this Emergency Services Cup game is underway. The Fire and EMS team moving right to left in the black jerseys with yellow numbers, resembling their turnout gear and looking very flashy, as we've always said.
Great uniforms.
And moving left to right is the Woodbridge Police Department team, wearing white jerseys trimmed in blue. Starting goaltenders for Fire and EMS tonight, it's Dylan Krasinski in net. And starting for the Police Department team, looks like it's Stephen Body. Has a shot on goal. Body makes the save, and he'll cover up. And we'll keep playing as no whistle with 14:20 to go here in the first period, and we're playing 15-minute periods. So, Guy, you're the only member of this PBA team to actually have his jersey retired. So, I mean, it's got to kind of be an honor.
It's an honor. I think, last year was very, very special. It was bittersweet because you loved coming out here. I loved the charity. I loved everything that was about.
That shot turned away by Body.
But it was truly a blessing to just to be among these guys in the work that they've been doing.
This game, again, the 8th Annual Emergency Services Cup. It started back on May 21st, 2011, with the Fire and EMS team defeating the Woodbridge PBA 9-5. Had a back-and-forth affair. 2 years later, in 2013, they started naming MVPs, and on the back of a 7-6 victory of Fire EMS, Captain Kevin Metz was named the MVP. Other MVPs in 2014, it was a 7-6 victory for Fire and EMS. Tommy Bauer, the MVP there. I believe he had a hat trick in that game. In 2016, it was a 10-5 victory for the PBA as Neil Oricchio won MVP as that shot held onto by Body, and there's our first whistle. Following year, Fire and EMS avenged the loss with a 10-5 victory of their own, and goalie Bijan Rastagarpana was named MVP. And last year, the Fire and EMS team with an 8-7 thrilling affair. Tommy Bauer winning his second MVP honors. And over the years, Guy, they've been able to raise $40,000 for all the following charities: the American Cancer Society, the Wounded Warrior Regiment, Hurricane Sandy Relief Program, St. Barnabas Burn Foundation, the Smith Hero Foundation, Woodbridge Warriors Sled Hockey Club, the Garden of Dreams, and the Semper Fi Foundation. So, I mean, just talk a little bit about that.
Each year, with the popularity of the game, we try to expand the game as much as we can. Sponsors come in. We're so blessed to have this community in Woodbridge where...
There's a nice move by Niski down the right wing. He shoots, and a save made by Krasinski. The rebound played into the corner, taken by Tim Nelson. Go ahead.
And each year it's grown. The Woodbridge community is fabulous. I mean, they pour out their heart and their soul, and our charities are the benefits from it.
Both sides of the call there, I'm sorry.
Dear to my heart is the Woodbridge Warriors sled hockey. That goes back even before the Emergency Services Cup game. We've been having the Cops versus the Woodbridge Warriors for a charity event. And from that, we were able to see two young men who started when they were 10 years old, now on the Team USA Olympic team. Josh Pauls with now 3 gold medals, 1 in Vancouver, 1 in Korea, and 1 in Russia. And Jack Wallace making the team just this last year.
Nice save there by Body. Flashes the leather.
Beautiful save.
Really was.
Jack Wallace gets his first gold medal in Russia, along with Josh Pauls. So to see what we were able to do because of these events like this is just, it makes it all worthwhile.
Yeah, it's definitely a fun thing when you can say, I knew them when. That one played into the corner. Out in front, just over the bar. Shot deflected in front by Chris Lombardi. And as you mentioned, Guy, Josh Pauls and Jack Wallace, both playing for the U.S. Paralympic team. There's a glove save by Body in the crease. Keeps it out to keep the game scoreless.
Good save by Body.
So Josh Pauls, as you mentioned, winning 3 gold medals, 2010 in Vancouver, 2014 in Sochi, and now 2018 in Pyeongchang. And Jack Wallace, as you mentioned, winning his first gold medal at the World Tournament this year in a thrilling victory over Canada. And in the able-bodied sport from here in Woodbridge Township, we don't have direct relationships, but close to us, in the Garden State at least, is Connor Clifton of Matawan, who actually took skating lessons and kind of went through the junior development program that's run out of the community center here, Hockey Essentials, and he's now playing in the Stanley Cup final that'll start later next week, which is pretty cool.
And it's amazing, even when you look at the firemen and the police teams coming on board to the police department. From my experience, a lot of these young officers, detectives, they've all come up through the system in Woodbridge, playing on the hockey teams. So now you have
collision at center ice. Was that? No, that wasn't Matona went down, but it looked like a big hit, courtesy of Evan Douglas.
I had to laugh. I don't think that was intentional.
No, of course not. Adam Kazowick, the victim of that one.
But it looked good.
Oh, it definitely did look good for the cameras. To the point of keeping a shot blockered away by Body again off the stick of Douglas.
So
yeah, go ahead.
You have a lot of kids coming up from playing hockey, the Woodbridge teams, and kids play hockey. I was a coach for the Woodbridge Street Hockey League, and several of the players are now playing. Joe Allen being one of them, Bill Petrovi on the police team. So to see them not only rise up, get the job, now playing hockey. You know, I'm playing hockey alongside them once when I was a coach, so it's makes you feel old, but it's also a lot of fun.
Yeah, and on my own side, I have a few kids that I played hockey with when I was in high school. When Woodbridge Township, first got the idea to put together high school hockey teams, the inaugural season of 07-08 really kind of expanded hockey here in the township, as there's another collision at center ice. And
with Boyle and Trudell.
Yep, and Ryan Trudell, one of those players that came through Colonia High School class of 2014. Down the left wing, there's Tim Nelson for the fire department. He's another one, Woodbridge High School class of 2011. Shot pad saved by Body. Jake Menente, a howitzer from the point, and a pad saved by Body. Jake, another young man, he actually was here for the transition. He played for Colonia High School, and then when the 3 schools merged into one, Jake was one of the first team captains. That shot by Dan Letzo goes wide. He's actually playing with his brother Nate Menente on this team, and their older brother Zach, a graduate of Colonia High School, is roaming around working as a volunteer today. And on the PBA side, Joe Niski, Colonia High School class of 2010, had many memorable games against him when I played for Woodbridge, as did Rob Cucci, who's also wearing number 12 for the 61, for the police department. That shot rings the bar by Menente, and he looks to the heavens. Menente beats Body, but he couldn't beat the iron, shaking his head.
They were putting the pressure on.
Shots 9-2 in the first period with 9:05 to go, and the shots 9-2 in favor of the police department. B face-off to the right of Stephen Body. Won by the fire department, kicked forward and taken down for his efforts twice. That was Matt Murdoch. Murdoch, another young man who came through the Woodbridge High School, Woodbridge Township program. He played for JFK as a goalie.
Wow. He's
playing out today, looking good. As Matteau with a breakout pass. Boy, when can you say you called Stefan Matteau's name in a broadcast?
Last year I got a little slash from Tom Laidlaw. I mean, when can you say that?
Meto down the left leg, plays in front. Saved by Krasinski. What a save by Krasinski. No, he scored. I thought Krasinski kept it out, but batting away at the front. Looks like it's Matt Murdoch who came home with it. And 1-0 PBA, 8:29 to go here in the first period. And I was mistaken, the shots were actually 9-4 in favor of the fire department. And the PBA get the number where it counts. They go up 1-0.
And that's what's made this event such so good every year. Neil Laricchio does an amazing job of trying to make it better each and every time. Last year we had Tom Laidlaw and Colton Orr, two amazing individuals by themselves, not to mention how great hockey players they were. But bringing them out, Meto, Driver, I mean, this has become a great event.
Joe Oliveri, I love Joe. He's such a great announcer, but if you're going to get one name right, you got to get that one. There's a poke check there by Body. So the goal, Ryan Trudell from Stefan Meto. That goal coming at the 6:08 mark of the first period, and the PBA has the 1-0 lead. Off the glass is played all the way down. Off the side of the net, Pepkowski the first one there for the PBA. He'll go up the wall looking for Niski on the breakout. Niski up ahead for Cucci. Plays this one in, takes a check from Driver, and kind of says apologize there. And Cucci, of course, he's a student of the game. He knows that it's all fun and games. This is a possible break with a head of steam. That was Galvin. Had a puck knocked off of him. Backhander goes up and over the bar. That shot was taken, looked like, by Chris Lombardi. Lombardi sends it back in now. Driver the first one to get it for the fire department. We mentioned Bruce Driver, 390 assists. He's looking to pass the puck. He does it to score! Michael Galvin takes the pass from Driver, buries it. We're tied at 1. So both NHL alumni getting points, assists in the spirit of the game. And Mike Galvin, the JFK High School graduate, gets the pass and the assist, or scores the goal off the assist from Bruce Driver, the former New Jersey Devil and New York Ranger. Galvin looking for a pair, but he throws that one into the corner. To the slot. Driver shoots off the post. So Driver gets an assist, then rings the iron. Played out to center, a keep there by Robert Pogorzelski. It's a mouthful, and that one's held on to by Body. And we'll get a whistle with 6:25 to go here in the first period. 13-5, the shots on goal in favor of the Fire and EMS squad, but it's a game tied at 1.
I mentioned Neil Laricchio. Also, I want to mention Bijan Rastagarpino is so influential in putting this all together as well. So
absolutely, the two goaltenders on this team, and I mean, you said it, Guy. They've done such an amazing job of bringing awareness to this game. I can remember this game started as a little Saturday morning affair. And then, well, that was the sled game that started as the little Saturday morning affair, kind of, hey, come out if you can. And the popularity with it just grew and grew and grew. And I remember the first Fire and EMS game in May of 2011, and you couldn't find a parking spot in the lot or a seat in the stands.
Yeah, it's great. And it's one thing about police and firemen. We have big families, and everyone comes out and supports each other. So and then you mix in a couple NHL players. You mix in the sled hockey event prior to that, a family skate prior to that. Incredible door prizes. I mean, door prizes donated by John Tortorella himself. So, I mean, autographed the whole team Columbus Blue Jackets jersey. I mean, and all we did was ask.
That's it. And a shot save made there by Krasinski. And Tortorella, with his own ties to Woodbridge, as sled hockey player Liam Traynor is such good friends with Coach Tortorella from his days at the Rangers. Liam, of course, a huge Ranger fan. And Liam very close with Coach Tortorella throughout his travels. And also Michael Delzato, now currently of the Philadelphia Flyers, as that shot is swallowed up by Krasinski. Couldn't find it. But Liam has kept in touch with Trainer and Delzato and follows them all throughout wherever they go. I mean, it kind of breaks my heart to see Liam rooting for the Flyers, but we give him a pass because it's a personal connection.
Right.
And Liam's actually made it onto NBC Sports a couple times, and
yeah, he's quite a celebrity.
He really is.
And he's quite the ham too on the ice too. He's a trash talker, and it was fun playing against him when the Woodbridge Police Department plays the Woodbridge Warriors in the charity sled hockey game.
Oh, absolutely. And last year, I remember you guys actually had Micah Fowler of Speechless.
Yes.
He's a Warrior. Came out and played in the game. Graduate of Southern Regional High School and alumni of my better half.
Micah, another great kid. Now my favorite actor. Like you said, from ABC Speechless.
Of course. Nice head of steam. There goes Menente. Can't split the D. Backhander, save made by Body, played into the near side corner. 5:08 to go in the first period. We're tied at 1. Goals by Mike Galvin and Ryan Trudell. Here's Jake Menente. Nice move and a break. Menente to slot. Forehand shot. A hat catches the high glass. Caram in front goes wide off the stick of Chris Lombardi. Near side wall. It's played up for the take there by Trudell.
He'll take a shot.
And he scores! Ryan Trudell, top shelf, 2-1 PBA.
Beautiful shot by Trudell.
High riser, and Trudell with a little bit of college experience playing for Rowan University, so he's the player to watch for the PBA squad, as he's now got 2 goals in the first period. Woodbridge PBA leading 2-1 despite being outshot 15-9. Take there is by Dale Hubner. Up the wall it goes, and now it's played down the left wing. John Pagos plays it out in front, kick towards goal, but it goes wide off the skate of Owen Sharkey. And Mateau will register his second assist in the game. I feel like that's going to be a theme here. Trudell from Mateau. Something to watch.
It's just something you can't get used to, but it's so great to hear.
It really is. And of course, you got Kerry Frazier now refereeing the game, which is very awesome in his signature bare head, no helmet. Our other guest referee today is Jordan Deckard of the AHL. So you'll notice our 2 referees looking a little bit more official than they would on your normal Sunday afternoon house league game. It's played here in the fire and EMS department zone. In front of the Zamboni door, Sharkey will take it. Sharkey's one of those kids who played hockey, street hockey, with I don't know if he was ever on your team, Guy, but he came through the PBA Street Hockey League. And then when the Woodbridge Township High Schools got a hockey program, Sharkey was one of those people who just converted and took up ice skating to get it part of the game, as Boyle fires a shot held onto by Body.
Good save.
And I can't tell you how many people I know that just started in the PBA League, the rink over in Boynton Park in Port Reading, myself included, and who just now are playing for fun here in the community center and now playing in the sleds in the EMS game.
And that was the plan, with police officers being coaches, fathers coming out, getting help from them, putting the teams together. A lot of kids will, probably try it out if it doesn't involve skating. But once they do, they start to learn the game, they get a passion for the game, and now they want to take it to the next level. Yeah,
it lights the fire, and Woodbridge really just have so much to offer with those court games in Boynton Park and Port Reading, and now here at the community center with the Learn to Skate, Learn to Play Hockey, and the House League programs. And for those of us who may be past the age of learning to skate with the kids, there are adult lessons, there is adult hockey, there is always something to do, whether it's at the community center or else around town. And as a proud Woodbridge resident, it really is something cool to see. It's a nice save by Body. He's got it under him. They jam away and played out wide by Cucci.
As a testimony to that, my daughter was here, learned to skate. She just won her first gold medal yesterday in her figure skating competition, but it started right here with Woodbridge Learn to Skate on Fridays.
Well, that is absolutely amazing. I did not know that, so congratulations to you and to her.
Thank you. Yeah, she was really blessed to be part of the Learn to Skate for a couple years and then worked her way up.
Yeah, absolutely. Puck sent all the way down. No icing as it's waved off, and out to play at his body with 2:16 to go here in the first period.
But that's what the community center does. It gives the kids opportunity to try things out that they probably never would have.
Niski with a high riser catches the glass and rattles all the way out to center. Taken up by Driver. He's got a head of steam 2-on-3. Driver down the left wing, holding. You know he's looking to pass. Takes it into the near side boards. Out in front, he was looking to try to find Lombardi. Unable to pull the trigger. Lombardi has it in the slot. He fires a shot wide. Wow. Loose in front, but a bouncing puck unable to be corralled. Driver with another shot.
Driver
looking
again
back
with
door.
Another pass.
Driver got that pass first mentality. And the PBA can't get it out. Douglas plays it towards goal. It deflects off the stick of Lombardi, and behind the net he has it. Wraparound play, they score! Chris Lombardi, a nice move.
You felt it coming, the pressure was on.
And once again, we're tied, this time at 2. 13:33 will be the time of the goal on that one, and I'm curious to see how they score it. Lombardi will get the goal, and I would have to assume that Driver's going to get an assist as well. There's Dan Letzo down the right wing. Letzo makes a nice move, takes it into the far side corner, and wraps it around looking for an outlet. Finds it in Pogorzelski. He scores! Robert Pogorzelski sneaks it through body, and the Fire EMS have taken the lead. It's 3-2.
Put it on net, make it happen, see what happens.
They always tell you shoot the puck. Two goals in 15 seconds. Not what you want if you're the PBA.
But that's typical for these games.
I think the closest game we've had in recent history is a 7-6 affair, back-to-back in 2013 and 2014. That on the heels of a 5-4 game in 2012. That shot goes wide.
Matteau dumps it into the corner.
The ice went Kevin Metz. Looked like he actually got the second helper on the second Fire and EMS goal. The first to go into Bruce Driver. And then the third goal is Pogorzelski from Letzo.
Metz is hurt.
And you definitely don't want to see that. You hope he's okay. Kerry Frazier helps him out to the bench. Well wishes being exchanged between the two parties. And of course there's plenty of emergency service personnel here, not just playing. They're here to watch and be active duty should the need arise.
From the EMS, former sled hockey player Matt Quill, now with the EMS squad here volunteering his time.
And I believe he actually played a little in high school. It was Freehold Borough, I think. There's Weigel down the left wing, looking to play it in front with 10 to go in the first period. Puck sent all the way down, and we'll get an icing. Whistle goes with 5.2 seconds left in the first period. Woodbridge Fire EMS leading Woodbridge PD 3-2 and outshooting them 21-9. And a face-off coming in the offensive zone for the Fire and EMS.
Woodbridge is going to have to put some shots on net, because when Bijan Rastagarpina comes in, it's going to be even tougher. He is an absolute bear in that net.
Yeah, Neil Oricchio and Bijan Rastagarpina will see the ice in the second period and the third as well. The closers on both teams. And I mean, Neil's no slouch in goal himself as that shot goes wide. Clock never started.
Matteau giving Rob Boyle the business.
And we'll let the clock run out, and that'll do it for the end of the first period. The score at the end of the first 15 minutes, it's 3-2 in favor of the Woodbridge Fire and EMS. We'll step aside, take a quick timeout. We'll be back with the second period. This is the EMS Emergency Services Cup here on the Woodbridge Channel. Welcome back to the And welcome back to the Woodbridge channels for the 8th annual Woodbridge Emergency Services Cup. Andrew Shapiro, Guy Oliveri, but I'm going to be vacating the mic for a little bit. As we get ready to start the second period, I turn control of the board over to the Honorable Mayor of Woodbridge Township, the best town around, Mr. John McCormick.
Oh, thank you, Andrew. What a great day, huh?
It's great.
You know, this is such a great event. And the fact that they honored little Ryan Terabetsky beforehand, I mean, it doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah, it just embodies community and, you know, bringing families together. And that kid is going to remember that for the rest of his life.
He's got a former Ranger who, by the way, scored the goal. And I found out May 27th, 1994 against my Devils. So I don't like the guy very much, but I respect him. And they have Bruce Driver from the Devils. And this kid is like the star of the show.
One of the most famous goals in Ranger history.
Oh, I know. Don't remind me. I was at BF Packy's watching the game with some friends of mine from growing up. They were there, and I'm not even a diehard hockey fan, but they were all there watching the game. I met them, and I looked up, and there's Mateau scoring. I said, oh, darn.
Yeah, this event has grown in popularity. It's grown in size. The families, the support, the community support has just been outstanding.
Well, the stands are packed. The downstairs is packed.
And now you bring in a Stefan Mateau, a Bruce Driver. I mean, it doesn't get any better. Last year,
oh my gosh, it's grown so much from the first year they did this.
Last year, Colton Orr, Tom Laidlaw, and above all, raising money for kids. It's a win-win for everybody.
Well, you know, you're involved in the PBA. You're a cop, and what you've done personally, you ran this for a while, right?
Yeah, that's correct, John. Yeah, it's been a blessing.
You started this.
Yeah, absolutely, with John Rossler.
Yeah, you started it. What am I saying? You started this 8 years ago. This is Guy Oliveri. I'm sure you've heard that before. And Guy started this event 8 years ago, and it's grown into something fantastic. And every year, somebody benefits, usually a kid or something like that. They benefit from the money that's raised in this hockey game.
Yeah, like Andrew had mentioned before, part of the proceeds will go, half of the proceeds will go to the Woodbridge Warriors Sled Hockey Club. It's a hockey team with children with various disabilities.
Disabilities, yep.
And some of the kids, the sleds that they have, they need to be custom fitted. Some
they
kids
cost a lot of money too.
They can range up $1,200 to $1,800. And the PBA with this event, with the help of the fire department, we've never ever had to turn a kid down. So any kid that needed a special sled, whether it be for cerebral palsy challenges or spina bifida, they will have a sled for that child.
And we should mention that Josh Pauls was a sled hockey player here for years, and he went on to win 2 Paralympic gold medals. One was in Japan. I don't remember what the other one was. But This kid played on this ice for many, many years in our sled hockey program and went on to win an 2 Olympic gold medals.
That's true, man. I'm proud to say that Josh actually won 3 gold medals.
3 gold medals, okay.
He won a recent one in Russia, and then he was also joined by Jack Wallace, another Olympic former Woodbridge Warrior, who joined Josh. So that's 2 from Woodbridge Warriors.
Yep, and Connor Fee just missed making the team.
Connor Fee.
He was like one of the last cuts to make that team. Connor Fee's from East Brunswick, but he basically helped start the program with you. A little kid, he's a great kid.
Not every kid has the makeup to get into the Olympics.
Here's a breakaway.
There it is.
Got it.
Right through the wickets.
So let me ask you a question. You played in this game for years. You're just too old, too cranky, too creaky, too what?
All of the above. Yeah, no, I used that term loosely. Played. I participated. I played a little pond hockey when I was a kid. Street hockey, of course. Now ice hockey has grown, especially now in New Jersey. So you see more and more kids growing up now that they're at the age where they're taking a police job, fire job, EMS job, and they had played hockey when they were a kid. So,
well, so many kids in this game. Oh, another breakaway. Oh, just missed. But so many kids in it. I say kids, they're adults, but so many people in this game played Woodbridge High School, Kennedy High School, Colonial High School hockey.
Right. And now here, rivalries coming together. Now they had to pick a side. Some of them are police officers, some are fire department.
Some do both.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do both. Guy might be a dispatcher and a volunteer firefighter. I guess whoever gets them the best contract.
Good save by Body.
Some of these guys are really, really big, man. We put those skates on. They're like huge.
I stood next to Stefan Matteau.
Oh, me too. And I'm 6'3" and change. And the dude's got me covered, man.
Not only is he like a great individual. Oh, there it is.
Oh, he scored.
Paying dividends for the Woodbridge PBA.
Let's see who that was. Oh, it was Matteau. We're just talking about him.
Stefan Matteau.
Wow. I guess you can't feel so bad giving up a goal to a guy who played in the NHL, right?
Right. And I think he just wanted to put it on net. It just found the 5-hole.
Yeah. So what's the history here? 8 years. So in the first 7 years, is there you have the record of who won most?
We have it. It's been going back and forth, mostly in the fire department's favor. They have a great pool of talent, but the PBA is making a comeback as far as the players that we're getting. We're getting a lot of former high school players and a lot of quality high school players taking the job now.
Is it true that there's on the application there's a line that said, "Did you play high school hockey?"
That was one of my questions when I
Oh! Wow! Good save.
Great
there.
save. It wasn't a qualifier, but it sure did help.
And the PBA does so many great things in the town, so do the fire companies.
Yeah, this event and the sled hockey event.
Yeah,
score.
Score again. Tie game.
That's Owen Sharkey. Beautiful shot.
So tell me about some other things the PBA. I know most of them, but give me a rundown.
Well, we've been able to take this event, and when we saw the event, Neil, myself, Neil Aricchio, and Bijan Rastagarpina, we just saw it as an opportunity to bless the community. So when we had it, we know that our families travel well. We have big families, so come out for a game. Extend the game a little bit. We have a sled hockey game prior to this.
Yeah, I got here at the very end of that. But that's just terrific. Just amazing what these kids can do. And basically they kill the PBA every year. It's not even fair competition.
Absolutely. These kids are so good, and it's our absolute honor to allow them to use us to showcase their skills.
I played once. Johnny Rofser got me to play one year, and most of the sleds have like one blade. They got me a special. Well, here's a score again. Wow, this is
going back and forth.
Score fest.
You mentioned John Rossler. John Rossler was really so instrumental in getting this started, especially with the sled hockey.
Yeah.
Yes. He prior to the Emergency Services Cup game, we were doing the sled hockey game for about 13 years now. So about 5 years prior, we had the sled hockey game, and then we morphed that into the Emergency Services Cup to make it a one fabulous day, a family day.
So the year I played, they got me a special sled that had two blades, so I would not fall off it so much, but I fell off it the whole game. I spent more time trying to get up off the ice, and you're like tied into the sled, right? You're strapped in, so you can't exactly. It's all core, and I didn't have a core at the time. I still don't, and I kept trying to get up. And it was awful. It's just awful.
And then once you fall, it's a challenge to get back up, and that you have a whole nother appreciation for all these kids, especially
exactly
the kids.
What they can accomplish with their physical handicaps. I remember Josh Pohl had no legs.
Yeah, he's
one of the strongest guys pound for pound you ever want to see.
And Josh Pauls is a fabulous story. He was a young man born without tibia bones. They had to make the decision to double amputate him when he was 10 months old. When Josh first tried the sled hockey, he didn't like it. Then they decided to, well, let's give him a better opportunity. So they made a custom sled for him, and then the rest is history.
Wow.
Josh is no doubt, in my opinion, one of the best players, sled hockey players in the world right now.
Well, he's probably the most famous person ever to play here, when you count what he's accomplished.
Yeah, and Jack Wallace, he was a young man who had an unfortunate accident and lost a leg. And I've known Jack since he was 10 years old playing in this event, and now he's another sled hockey Olympian and gold medalist.
Is he from Woodbridge or from...
he played with the Woodbridge Warriors, not from Woodbridge, though.
Okay.
And Woodbridge, that was the one thing, is that Woodbridge does give an opportunity for the kids to come here.
We don't care if you're from town or not. I mean, you're special needs and you qualify, you play here. So how's Shapiro doing?
Adam is a pro.
He actually knows what he's doing.
Excuse me, Andrew is a pro.
I didn't want to correct you, but you corrected yourself. Is he hurt? I hope he's not hurt.
He went hard into the boards. And it looks like Rasta Garpin is coming in now.
Yeah, the far guys are changing goalies.
Bijan's recovering.
So there's brothers, right? One's fire, one's police. Rasta Garpin is, right?
That's right. Gian Rasta Garpin and
the
Bijan
father's right behind us over here. Oh, maybe he was over there when I was sitting over there.
Gian has picked up the reins as far as the sled hockey goes. He's done a great job this afternoon getting that game going. Woodbridge PBA lost again, 7-2.
I'm surprised you scored 2 goals.
Yeah, that was
mention Howie Bauer. Oh, score again. Tie game. Councilman Howie Bowers coaching the Fire First Aid team. Who scored there? There he is. I can't. 3-something. Got to tell guys when they score, turn around and let us see your number. 34. Who's that? Pogorzelski. Oh, it's not a tie game. The Fire guys scored. My bad.
Yep, 6-4. The sled hockey game.
Nice pass.
Chris Lombardi with the goal. Fire department moving the puck well.
They have a lot more guys than the police do.
Yeah, a lot more line changes.
That'll help, you know. They probably have 4 lines over there, you think?
Easy. And that's a difference maker, too, especially in the third period.
I mean, cops and firemen are definitely, in shape, but maybe not, 3-period hockey shape.
Yeah. It's asking a lot.
Yeah.
A couple standouts from the sled hockey game. Nick DePonte, what a great sled hockey player he is. Max Rubin, Miguel Martinez, and Aiden Nunez, some standouts from this afternoon's game.
So how many guys played the hockey game for the PBA and are playing this game?
I would say at least 5.
That's even worse then for them, for the wind and for the stamina.
Last year,
that's a hard thing playing that sled hockey game.
Last year I played the sled hockey game, did the family skate, took full advantage of it, and played the game, and I paid for it the next day.
Well, I don't want anybody calling us sick tomorrow, So I guess when you're you're police officers, you're 4 on, 4 off. And you know this game is scheduled, way in advance, and if that's your shift, you must have to get coverage, right?
Yeah, we get coverage, and a lot of times, guys take their time. They'll take a vacation day.
Right.
It's a nice event, and they want to celebrate the whole day, especially if they have their family coming out. A lot of them bring out aunts,
there's a lot of kids here, a lot of wives and kids here.
Again, with what Neil does, Bijan and Gian now, bringing in amazing door prizes, keeping the event fun.
Is that a tricky tray or just door prizes?
We have door prizes and tricky tray.
Oh, both, okay.
And may you have, John Tortorella himself, from the Columbus Blue Jackets, one phone call, donated a autographed jersey, Columbus Blue Jackets jersey.
So
goal.
So here's the thing. I'm a hockey fan a little bit. I'm a Devils fan of anything. I'm not a Ranger fan. They scored?
Looked like Dale Hubner.
Oh, Hubner's guy missed it.
Pretty goal.
So after Neil went through his issue with the game in Philadelphia where, the unfortunate incident, he invited me to the Garden. And we went down, me and Bob Hubner, I think, went, the police director. I'm not sure if Niski went or not, the deputy police director, but I got to go in the locker room with Neil, who's a diehard Ranger fan. That's why he was down in Philadelphia. And Tortorella came out, and what the Rangers did for that young man, I'm not a Ranger fan, but I had so much respect for what the Rangers did for Neil when he went down to a game in Philadelphia and got beat up because he was a Ranger fan.
Yeah.
And what that organization did was just unbelievable.
Yeah, the fans could be a little bit rabid, but the hockey culture amongst the players, the NHL, they're just amazing.
So I'm a Devils fan, but I respect what the Ranger organization. There's another goal. Oh my gosh.
Rob Boyle with a rifle.
I have total respect for what the Rangers did after that day.
And John Tortorella was also friends with Liam Traynor, one of the Woodbridge Warriors hockey players.
Oh, really?
Liam has John Tortorella's cell phone number, also Delzado's. So Liam gives him a call, sometimes gives him the business, but always welcomes his phone calls.
It's pretty cool to have the cell phone of an NHL coach in your database there. Oh, Menente scored. He's a college player, Menente.
Yeah, again, the pool of talent that comes back here, it's just amazing.
Well, it's all because of this place.
Yeah. And they all have a history here, too, whether it be JFK, Woodbridge High School, Colonia, St. Joe's, Luke Pepkowski, former St. Joe's.
Oh, yeah? What's weird, though, is we opened this place, I'm trying to think of what year, 2007, I think. And there were 3 teams, hockey teams, 20 kids on each team. And fast forward 10 years, and there's one team, not even of 20 kids. So I'm not sure what happened in between, but now they tell me the Wolfpack is our feeder program, and that's doing very, very well. And we'll be back to multiple teams, before long. Goal again, wow.
Taking shots, making things happen. Neil just didn't have a good sight on it. A little crowded in front. Here comes Cucci with a shot.
Little hold there. I haven't seen many penalties called at all.
No, the game's been close. I think everyone's been on their best behavior.
I can't believe Bruce Driver's playing without a helmet. Did he play without one in the NBA and the NHL?
No, he wore a helmet, so he's taking some liberties.
What's wrong today? What's wrong with him?
Again, I just get a kick out of hearing Matteau and drivers' names being called for assists. Goal.
Oh, PPA scores.
Joe Niski. And that's what this game is going to be like.
He's a stud too, man. He played high school hockey.
Yes. His brother Michael now playing with the University of Delaware, former St. Joe's standout.
I was talking to Joe and Bob Hubner before, and they said Joe said that his son Michael scored 7 goals one year.
And Michael probably during his time was the best player in New Jersey. Now playing with the University of Delaware.
Not a big guy, but small and fast as can be. We called his games when St. Joe's played us. It wasn't fair when St. Joe's used to play one of our teams.
Great save by Riccio.
The quality of play is really impressive.
The game has been fast. It has you on the edge of the seat, and I think that's one of the draws for this game too. It's not just a bunch of old guys just skating around. You're really seeing some good hockey.
And if one team dominated every year, it wouldn't be fun, but that's not the case. Here comes the PBA.
Here comes Lions. Dump off.
Oh, breakaway. Nice move. Nice save by Riccio. Called the whistle there before anything got out of hand.
Can't see who the penalty's on.
Oh, it is a penalty.
Chris Lyons, former JFK, Colonia.
Yep. I used to see that kid playing in the street
and
all the time, all hours of the night, playing street hockey.
Yeah, and Woodbridge street hockey.
Yeah, with the program that Brian Small runs, Councilman Brian Small.
Yeah, Brian started that program years ago.
That's a phenomenal program.
I started as a coach there, and Brian asked me, and what he's done with that it's the largest street hockey program on the East Coast.
Is it really?
Yes.
I never knew that. You know, I don't go there enough. I should go to more games there.
And a lot of kids started ice hockey because of that. They gave it a try, and that was Brian's vision, was to have the kids try it out. We felt that if more kids could get out there in their sneakers, keep the cost minimal. The PBA picked up the cost if a family was struggling, but it was just to get the kids out there. And a lot of kids, they turned to hockey. And then once this amazing community center was built, the rest was history.
So the Street Hockey League predated our community center?
Yes.
I remember the PBA president way back was Gary Larson.
Yes, that's correct.
And he asked me, I had my local business at the time. I was working for the town, and he asked me to sponsor a team.
Save by Riccio.
Nice save by Neil. But that's another reason why I'm surprised that more kids are not in high school hockey in Woodbridge, because the Street Hockey League is so good and so strong for so long.
I feel bad for the parents, because once they make that commitment,
it's a lot of money.
Trudell with the rifle, and then the travel.
Well, we give the ice for free to the hockey team, so absent that would be a burden on the parents or the taxpayers to pay for the ice rink, but we don't charge them.
My daughter is a product of the Learn to Skate program on Fridays. Learn to Skate. She won. That's correct. She won her first gold medal in her Excel pre-preliminaries.
In skating or?
Figure skating.
Wow.
Yeah. She tried it out because there was an opportunity. Loved it.
That's unheralded. That's one thing people don't realize we have here, is that it's not just hockey. It's a hockey rink, but it's also great for figure skating. And, open skating and all. This is not good.
It gets chippy. Again, years and years of playing with the same people.
Well, I know Neil. Neil's not taking anything for anybody.
No. In fairness to Neil, the whistle was called. He was jamming in the stick.
I mean, Neil was shot in the leg in Afghanistan or Iraq. I forget which one. But you're not going to get you're not going to get the best of Neil.
No, Neil's a warrior. off ice, we're all friends.
Yeah,
the game gets heated. This is part of hockey. It's just the way it is.
They all work together. They go to a fire, and the cops get there, and then the fire guys get there, or vice versa. The first aid guys get there. They all work together so well. I will submit that one of the reasons why we're the best town around, and I truly believe we are, is the fact that our fire companies are so functional, our first aid squads are so functional, and our PBA, our police department's the best in the state. How do you go wrong when you're the mayor of town, when those three entities, plus throw in the CERT team, when they all work together for the betterment of the people of Woodbridge Township? How do you go wrong?
Yeah, I appreciate that, Mayor, because all you want is people to know that we're here to serve our communities. A lot of us are veterans. We come here, and it's all service oriented. I have no apologies of saying that I love serving my community. And again, once I got to this rink, when we saw that we can play hockey, we just saw this is a blessing for us. This is an opportunity for us to raise a lot of money for a lot of great charities, especially the Woodbridge Warriors sled hockey.
And when there's a call, everybody checks their ego at the door, and they do what's right. No one worries about this is your call, this is your jurisdiction, this is your fire, this is your this. Everybody just does what's right. Here's a breakaway. No good.
Great save by Neil. Neil coming back strong.
I'm not sure Andrew realized I take the whole second period from him, but I'm having fun.
Andrew is an absolute pro on that mic, let me tell you.
He calls games in Middletown, though, like the semi-pro league. I went there. Vito Simaluka's kid plays in before he played for Wilkes University. He played some kind of semi-pro team. They played in Middletown. We went down to see him. And there's Andrew calling to go. That's stolen. Oh, nice save again by Neil.
Save it. You don't want to give up a cheap one.
We hear Andrew calling a game.
Seconds left. You don't want to let go of a cheap one. Take it back. Have the ice cut. Hopefully get some new legs under the, after the ice is cut.
They'll probably call some winners of the prizes during this period, right?
Sure. And wait till you hear some of the prizes. Just absolutely
I saw a
fabulous.
few outside. Look great. A lot of pictures. A lot of
if you're a hockey fan, you live locally. Staten Island, Woodbridge, any part of New Jersey, coming to this event, it's a steal. For a $10 ticket, which all of the proceeds go to charity, you can walk out of here with some really, really great gifts.
All right, my friend. Well, thanks very much.
Mayor, it was an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.
You're retiring soon, I know?
I retired April 1st.
Oh, you're gone already?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. It's only a month ago. All right.
Yeah, last year was my last game. They retired my number, so they didn't give me an opportunity to come back, but that was a blessing for me. But I look forward to hanging around the community and hanging around this event, just seeing that it continues to be the event that it was meant to be.
Well, listen, you're a great police officer. You've been a great police officer, but you've also been great for events like this in our community. You've done great things for Woodbridge Township, and if you ever want to come back someday, you just let me know.
All right,
Not as a cop, we'll find something for you to do.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
I'll talk to you.
And welcome back to the Woodbridge Community Center for this special presentation of the Woodbridge Channels. It's the 8th annual Woodbridge Emergency Services Cup here at the Woodbridge Community Center. Andrew Shapiro, along with Guy Oliveri, taking you through the third period of action. I'd like to thank our special guest, Mayor John McCormick, for stopping by and giving my voice a rest for the second period. Looks like you guys had a lot of fun there, Guy.
We had a lot to talk about. We go back 25 years, so it's a lot of things happening in Woodbridge, and the mayor is gracious enough to give the PBA, the fire department, the credit for it. It's really appreciated.
Well, yeah, I mean, you guys do work hard, so it's not like he's not giving credit where credit is due.
Well, thank you, Andrew. Really appreciate that.
Of course.
And again, it's all community oriented. This is it's a privilege to serve our community.
Third period about to start here. The Fire and EMS Hockey Club leading the Woodbridge PBA 8-6 after 30 minutes of play. Shots 35-20 in favor of the Fire and EMS. Ray Kreusch will be serving the remainder of a 5-minute major as we start the third period. 3:55 to go in his penalty.
Woodbridge needs to PBA needs to take advantage of this. They could get a couple of good stops, they'll keep it close.
Trudell denied there by Bijan Rastagarpana. Big glove save there. Preserve the 2-goal lead. Rastagarpana tending the goal to our right. Neil Aricchio for the PBA is tending the goal to our left. Woodbridge PBA 38 is moving left to right in the white jerseys trimmed in blue. Fire and EMS moving right to left in the black jerseys with the yellow numbers resembling their turnout gear. And as we mentioned at the start of the game, gorgeous jerseys. I got to say, I've been fortunate enough to be around the game for a very long time, and these have to be some of the nicest jerseys I've ever seen, be it competitive or charity.
I have to say, I have to agree with you. I'm a little jealous when I saw those jerseys come out. I just said that those are great.
Well, a few years ago, I know the PBA 38 had these camo jerseys that looked like army fatigues, and there's a save by Rastagarpana. And they looked phenomenal as well.
And that was to honor Corporal Kevin Reinhardt, which is the game is about, honoring him and keeping his legacy alive.
Absolutely, and his name is on the ceremonial cup that gets presented to the winning team. And of course, the late Chief Bruce Turcotte has his name assigned to the MVP trophy, which will be awarded at the end of the game. As we mentioned, the game started the game. Past MVPs: Tommy Bauer, 2-time winner for Fire and EMS. Neil Aricchio, the goaltender for the PBA 38, with an MVP victory himself, as did Bijan Rastagarpana, and Kevin Metz, the other Fire and EMS personnel to win the MVP trophy. He won the original one back in 2013 on the heels of a 7-6 victory for the Fire and EMS.
Kevin Metz is a gamer. He always has been. He had that one MVP, but he comes to play each and every time.
5-2, the career record for the Fire and EMS squad in this charity event that is held every year. And of course, we want to thank everybody here in Woodbridge Township, the Woodbridge Community Center, TV35 for broadcasting this game, being able to bring it home to you, and the facilities here just top notch at the Community Center. And there's a possible break, and a shot goes wide off the stick of Nate Menente. And of course, we have to thank the Woodbridge Fire Department, Woodbridge EMS, Emergency Services, and the Woodbridge PBA SOA Local 38. I mean, just everything that you guys do off the rink is just nothing short of amazing.
Again, we appreciate it, but it doesn't work without the community support and the donations that they receive. Sean Basinger, health and fitness professionals, countless amount of time and money and support that goes in. Local business, it's just nonstop. And the list, I would not give everyone their proper credit if I tried to list everybody. But this is, families, wives, and there's a lot of people involved. And
it's fun. That's the best part about it. It's not just, a couple guys coming out to the rink to hang out, and it's not just, two teams thrown together at the last minute playing in front of 10 people on a Saturday night. It's a town coming together to celebrate their emergency personnel and to revel in the sport of hockey, and it's being played by two very competitive teams who just come out here and they battle hard. This isn't, a lazy Sunday afternoon game. This is a game for pride, and these gentlemen, these young men come out and work so hard and get so ready for this game, and it's such a fun affair, and it's such a great thing to be a part of. Yeah, and despite having the celebrities play along with us, each team wants to win. There's no doubt about it, and the competitive edge just comes out. You can't help it. Hockey players, they want to win. That's a nice glove save by Rastagarpana on a pad save. Great save to keep the rebound out. And like I said, Neil's going to have a couple of great stops because Bijan is going to be doing his job. If they could take it to him early, get a quick goal, PBA's got a really good shot. Aricchio tries to play this one out to get his team started. Dylan Krasinski started the game in goal for the Fire and EMS team. He allowed 4 goals on 15 shots. Stephen Body started the game for Woodbridge PBA. He allowed 5 goals on 27 shots. Both goalies were replaced at 7:51 of the second period to try to get as even of a game as possible for both goalies, which they almost hit it on the head. I'm laughing. Andrew Bruce Drive is circling around the net 2 and 3 times. Waiting for a breakout pass. We mentioned at the start of the broadcast, Driver a career 390 assists, and Stefan Matteau, we never mentioned his stats, 848 games played, 144 goals, 172 assists, 316 points, and of course, anybody who knows hockey in the Tri-State area knows that he was a big reason why the Rangers won the Stanley Cup in 1994. And he has a goal in this game. Driver with a few assists, but Matteau has lit the lamp.
Yeah, here comes Driver.
Down the left wing, he's got a lane by himself, but he's looking to pass. Sets it up in the slot. Try to hit Schmalenberger. Here's McGee. McGee has shot and never made it on goal. And collision just to the left of Neil Aricchio is
Rastagarpin are breaking that one up.
Driver tangled up there with Matt Murdoch.
And the defense is going to have to really help Neil. They're going to have to do their job. Everyone's got to do their job.
Ice is wet here as the puck keeps stopping randomly on these clearing attempts and dump-ins. This one is an offsides play, and we'll get a whistle with 10:01 to go in the third, and still an 8-6 lead for the Fire and EMS.
It may help the Woodbridge PBA. They're a little tired. They don't have as many lines. The fire department team is fast. They're fast and they're good.
Face-off just outside the PBA 38 line. It's one back. Played down the near side boards for Tim Nelson. Nelson looking across for Letso. Dan Letso has it on the far side boards, up past the stick of CJ Lyons. And touched ahead there by Justin Holloway and played into the PBA end.
Tim Nelson, also another standout for the fire department. Great guy, great hockey player.
There's a nice save by Aricchio, has it in front, and another save by Aricchio. A backhander off the stick of Michael Galvin, and Neil Aricchio keeps the pad down. Nice move by Chris Lombardi, takes it to slot, he scores! Lombardi, a water bottle shot. 9-6 for the Fire and EMS. And Chris Lombardi's been a man possessed since the start of this game for the Fire and EMS squad, and that's his third of the game. He's got the hat trick.
The Woodbridge PBA is going to have to answer quickly. Bijan Rastagarpin, he's not going to give them too many opportunities. You got to get him moving left and right. He's so big in that net, so focused. He's not the MVP of many of the games, but he easily could be.
Absolutely. And it's an unassisted goal for Lombardi as the puck is stripped away there from Chris Wirtz.
I think it was Wirtz that took an injury last time. Glad to see that he's okay. He's back out there.
Absolutely. A nice move by Nelson down the left wing, 4-on-2. Here he goes. Plays a backdoor pass. It goes over the bar.
Beautiful pass by Nelson.
He was looking to hit Letso on the back door.
He's got a wicked slap shot from that point, too. So, very unselfish play.
Absolutely. And I've played with Timmy for a long time, a lot of years. Played 2 years together at Woodbridge High School as that one tipped in front, goes wide. Played a couple years together for here at the Woodbridge Wolfpack, and I know what he's capable of. So like you said, guys, a very unselfish play by the young man. He takes a tumble in the far side corner, but dishes the pass off. Played across the crease and out to the point now. Keep there by Boyle. His shot goes towards goal but never makes it. It was blocked on the way by Greg Stripek. Letso and Lyons will collide on the far side boards. Down low it goes for Holloway.
Strespek.
Boyle drops a pass back off.
We got a line change coming now. Ryan Trudell can make things happen here.
He's put on a line with, he put out with Stefan Matteau, so that's a duo that you want if you're the PBA trying to get back into a game here.
Ryan Trudell was a great pickup for us.
Absolutely. As we mentioned, Colonia High School class of 2014, Rowan University class of 2018, played hockey for both, star for both, and yeah, he brings a lot of firepower to this team, guy.
Yeah. Petrovy had the right idea, just put it on net, make something happen. But
circling back with his Dale Hubner. Played it in front. Matteau on the back check, and PBA will try to start out.
Trying to keep Menente at bay. See a lot of laughs out there, which is great.
Absolutely. And at the end of the day, we mentioned it's all about having fun. Matteau goes across. He was trying to find Murdoch, who couldn't really find the puck. It's touched out. Here comes Trudell down the left wing. Trudell fires. Glove saved by Rastagarpina, but it's offsides with 7 minutes to go here in the third period, and still a 9-6 lead for the Fire and EMS.
Yeah, Ryan's got the right idea. He's just got to put it on net. He's got a great slap shot. Any chance he gets, he's got to shoot. We have Rob Cucci out there. Look for him to do the same thing.
Cucci, Niski, Mateau was the offensive line. Now it's Cucci, Niski. I believe that's Phil Machado on the right wing. So you have Colonia, JFK, and Woodbridge all coming together to form the offensive line for this PBA 38 team that is looking to mount a comeback here.
And Dale Hubner from JFK.
Absolutely. Former captain of JFK, as well as Cucci, a former captain of Woodbridge, and Joe Niski, a former alternate captain, or co-captain, I should say, for Colonia.
And Hubner battling with Joe Allen.
Now Mateau tried to leave that one off and sticked in by Machado. Boyle takes it for Fire and EMS. And the Braves start out 3-on-1 over the right wing.
Rob Boyle, lightning fast, offside.
Yes, an offside is called with 6:24 to go in the third. 9-6 lead for Fire and EMS.
Again, it's within striking distance, so I mean, if they can get a couple quick goals, we'll see. And that's what makes this game great, Andrew, is that it's not over till it's over. You know,
absolutely. Yep. 2 goals in about 25 seconds, or 45 seconds, excuse me, in the second period, and cut the deficit for the Woodbridge Police Department. So they've come back from deficits and they've made it a game. So look to them to try to push the pressure a little bit, and look for the Fire and EMS squad to kind of shut down the defense and keep the big guys at bay. And there's one of them now, Niski playing it off. He was looking to try to find Cucci. It goes through him. Niski has it touched forward and goes onto the stick there of, where's Pepkowski?
Pepkowski, a St. Joe's standout back in the day.
Oh, look at that. And I think he still plays, actually, he still plays adult league here for one of the adult league teams. Bruce Driver has it for the Fire and EMS. He'll start out with 5.5 to go in the third. Driver over the crest of center ice, takes it down wide, gets around Kazowick, doubles back and looks for an outlet. Finds it in Mike Schmalenberger down the left wing, goes through him, and it's a tie up on the near side corner.
It's just amazing to watch the finesse of these NHL players. If you ever wondered what it would be like to play with an NHL player, I mean, you're watching Bruce Driver just do anything he wants. He's being very, very kind.
Oh, he rubs a man off there.
I spoke too soon. He just took Ryan Trudell to the board.
Ryan's kind of shaking his head and laughing at the jeers he got from the side. It's not often you get checked by an NHL alum, so that's got to be, I mean, it's like, if you're going to go down by one man.
And I have a feeling that Bruce is going to be, no.
Puck poked
no mercy.
Onto the stick of Owen Sharkey, backhanded wide. Nelson with the deflection along with Pat McGee. McGee ties up with Sharkey, played a cross-ice pass and started out by Robert Pogorzelski. Down left wing, here's Lombardi. Lombardi with a hat trick already, looking for 4. Backdoor pass, it goes towards the crease, and whiffing on the shot was Pogorzelski. Puck poked away by Lombardi. Near side boards. Looking in front, he's trying to feed Justin Holloway. Holloway unable to pull the trigger.
Cucci coming in with fresh legs.
Rob Cucci, a distinguished youth hockey career here for Woodbridge and through travel and playing for the Port Authority hockey team, but he's offsides with 3:51 to go here in the third and a 9-6 lead for the Fire EMS.
That was close. He had the right idea.
Yeah.
We're running out of time. That's all
I expect to see a lot of Rob Cucci, a lot of Joe Niski, a lot of Ryan Trudell. Those are the guys that Coach Basinger is going to have out here for a majority of the time.
Yeah, and look for a power line in the end with Cucci, Trudell.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Mateau up there, too.
Stefan Mateau.
Hey, how's that for a line? Rob Cucci, Ryan Trudell, Stefan Mateau. That's a line you never thought you'd see. Wraparound blocked off by the aforementioned Mateau. He does battle with Lombardi. Nice move by Lombardi to the point. It goes
offside.
Just over the blue line. It hopped over the stick of Mike Galvin. And Timmy Nelson got a pass back there from Dan Letzo. Fakes a shot and just sends it in. 3:20 to go in the third. 9-6 the lead for the Woodbridge Finest, or Woodbridge Bravest, excuse me. in the
There
Fire
it
and
is.
EMS.
Here's Cucci.
Cucci on a breakaway. Nelson back check, and Cucci fires. Save, he scores!
Yes.
Rob Cucci on the breakaway. Cuts the deficit to 2, and it's 9-7 with 3:09 to go in the third.
Trying not to play favorites, Andrew, but I can't help it. The competitor comes out, even standing here, sitting here with you in the booth.
Ladies and gentlemen, Guy Oliveri's number 51 has been retired by the Woodbridge PD. Is no longer an active member of the game, but that does not mean he's not a part of the game. Guy, who am I to tell you not to root for your team?
I can't help it.
I mean, I'm sure the fans at home that support the Fire and EMS, they may not be too pleased about it, but again, a former player supporting his friends. And here's a breakaway now for Boyle. He fakes a shot. He scores! And Rob Boyle answers right back. It's 10-7. 2:58 to go in the third. 3-goal deficit has been restored for the Bravest.
Woodbridge PBA trying to take some chances, and you have a guy like Rob Boyle. He's lightning fast out there. Again, 2:58. Starting to get out of reach, but I'll never say die.
As the fans would say, it's getting late early, but for the PBA's benefit, the clock hasn't started yet. Although it could be to their detriment, as in comes Fire and EMS one more time. Sent back in behind the net, and the clock still hasn't started yet. Could be some technical. There we go. Now we have the clock running. Could be some technical difficulties. As we're back up and running, that's Boyle's third of the game too for the Fire and EMS. Couple that with an assist. He's making a strong MVP case as well. As that one turned away by Rastagarpina.
And again, Rastagarpina is a fantastic goalie. It's so hard to get the puck past him. He's so big in the net. Again, so focused.
As you mentioned, one of the founders really of this game between you, Neil Aricchio, Bijan Rastagarpina, just the three of you guys. I mean, I'm sure there were others involved. And like you said, if we tried to thank everybody involved from the start, we'd be here all day.
We sure would.
2:40 to go in the third. And the PBA have pulled Neil Aricchio. 6 skaters on, 2:40 to go. They're going for it all, Guy.
Just put it right on net.
And they do there. Save by Rastagarpina. Rebound save again.
They have to jam a couple in here.
Puck goes into the Fire and EMS bench. We'll get a whistle with 2:31 to go here in the third, and the faceoff will stay inside the Woodbridge Bravest end.
Again, in the end, no matter what happens, you're playing hockey. Families are here. Bruce Driver, Stefan Matteau. A lot of money's being raised for kids.
And tell us a little bit about some of these people that are benefiting here from this game, Guy.
This is going to be for the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. A lot of officers and firefighters, EMS, Joe Allen's family specifically. We have issues with young ones. Children's Hospital of Philadelphia is where you have to go. They just do amazing work for kids. Sick, injured, and it was first on the list for this year, and it wasn't even questioned. And again, the Woodbridge Warriors sled hockey team, no kid has ever been turned down for a sled, for travel. So it's just been an absolute blessing to see what what this event has done for those kids. At the end, we'll tally the amount. Half will go to the Woodbridge Warriors sled hockey, and the half will go for the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia.
That one's going to roll towards goal. Matteau with his long legs will get there and keep it out with 1:53 to go. Dangerous move in front of his own crease. A breakout pass onto the stick of Pepkowski. Stolen away. Nate Menente to the near side boards. Has his brother Jake there for support. Bruce Driver from the point, and it's blocked, but it goes in!
Rastagarpina, Gian Rastagarpina, taking his brother's role, trying to just fill some space in that net, but that's it.
And Bruce Driver will add his name to the score sheet on the right column. And the empty net goal makes it 11-7 in favor of Fire and EMS with 1:37 to go here in the third period.
Neil Aricchio comes back out.
Washington, D.C. game where Bruce Driver and Stefan Matteau score a goal wearing fire and EMS and police uniforms. So, I mean, we talk about it. It's just so cool that this game has grown to the point where we can have these NHL alumni come through, like Driver and Matteau, and like Kerry Frazier to referee.
And what that does too is it brings outsiders. Like we have a lot of people here with autograph seekers and Ranger fans, Devils fans, and they're here to get a great game. They saw the sled hockey game earlier. Now you're going to have a pretty intimate access to Bruce Driver and Stefan Matteau, where you normally wouldn't.
Absolutely. That one kicked forward by McGee. Throws it in front. Schmalenberger a shot. And a save by Oricchio. 48.6 to go in the third.
Just before the game, you're in the locker room. Stefan Matteau, Bruce Driver, they're out talking with everyone. Talking with my daughter, talking about Montreal and his trips to Florida. Just regular guys, amazing individuals.
Yeah, and it's really awesome to see that they do have that connection with the fans, and we see it all the time. NHL players in today's game just being able to get on a personal level.
There's that slap shot
by Nelson, blocked off by Rastagarpina, that being Jeon. 35 to go here in the third. Nelson takes it out, and they'll have to regroup. It's 11-7 in favor of the Woodbridge Fire and EMS Hockey Club. They lead the Woodbridge PBA 38 in this 8th annual Emergency Services Cup. And we are 20 seconds away from the Fire and EMS Club increasing their record to 6-2. Here's Matteau.
Matteau.
Backhander. Takes it around the net, looking in front, trying to pull a 94, I don't think. Sent back around by C.J. Lyons.
Try to feed it to Smith.
Matteau in the far side corner, looking for Smith.
Building a house in front.
And there's the buzzer. For the 7th time, or for the 6th time, excuse me, the Woodbridge Fire and EMS Hockey Club defeat the Woodbridge PBA. This year, it's an 11-7 score. Final shots on goal, 43-27 in favor of the Fire and EMS.
Later on, we'll get together. They'll take a group photo, and that photo is probably going to be hanging on a lot of offices, a lot of bedrooms. You know, it's a great memory to have.
Absolutely.
A hockey game to share with your family. Bruce Driver, Stefan Matteau, Kerry Frazier, playing hockey with all of the above. It's a great outing.
And there's the handshake line. As we always say, hockey is a sport, and at the end of it, it's life and it's friends, especially in a game like this. And
yeah,
we always talk about how, and when the playoffs are over in the Stanley Cup playoffs, you get to see these teams shake hands. And a game like this, it was an interesting second period. There was some rough and tumble hockey, but it's good to see these teams shaking hands and making amends at the end of it all, and just hang out and continue to be close with each other, which is great to see.
Yeah, you see a lot of laughs out there. You see a lot of head shaking, and they're just the game is the game. And now after this, the community, there's a lot of different events. They'll go and they'll celebrate. They'll go to a restaurant, and they'll all get together and hang out, and then talk about the game.
Absolutely. And we'll wait for the. Hold on a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, the recipient of today's MVP Chief Turcotte.
And we're waiting for the MVP announcement. And Rob Boyle from the Fire and EMS is named today's MVP. 3 goals and an assist in the game as he helps lead the Fire and EMS club to an 11-7 victory here over the Woodbridge PBA 38. So Rob Boyle wins the Chief Bruce Turcotte Trophy for game's most valuable player. Well, Guy, unfortunately our time here is just about done. We'll wait to see the presentation of the cup.
Presented to Woodbridge Fire EMS.
As Justin Holloway will accept the Corporal Reinhard Trophy for victory in this emergency services game. Guy, your final thoughts as we put a bow on it.
Another success. I mean, we'll go back, we'll tally the amounts. In the end, kids will benefit from it, and it's at the hands of police, fire, and EMS, and I'm really, really proud of these guys. Not just the guys that played on the ice, but their families as well. They're all here. There's wives behind this, family members, and the community. So, without mentioning anyone singly, thank you to the community.
And we thank you for watching this special presentation of the Woodbridge Channels. For Mayor McCormick and for my broadcast partner, Guy Oliveri, this is Andrew Shapiro saying thank you for joining us here tonight. And we hope to see you again on the Woodbridge Channels very soon. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.